Yo, what it do, everybody, man? We back at it for another episode of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. What's goody, man? How everybody doing out there on this Saturday? We live here, man, on Facebook, YouTube. Also, we live here on Twitch as well, man. Before the show, yo, man, I guess X got some new shit going on, man. You can't go live unless you have a premium subscription, man. I'm like, oh, yo, bro, like that's crazy. That is so crazy. But you guys, man, it's sad to talk that good old wrestling, man. And I'm here for it and everything. Yo, if you're new to the show and if you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Definitely hit that subscribe button down below, you guys, man. Like it, leave a comment, and share it, do all that great stuff. And don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. All right, man. We getting into the show, man. All right. I guess that doesn't want to work for me. I guess. But yo, we live here on all social media platforms. I appreciate everyone definitely tuning in, man. We definitely gonna be all right, yo, man. We definitely was having some technical difficulties. All right, I think everything went smooth, man. I was trying to tell everyone, yo, man, we live here on the show, and I was saying, yo, it looked like you needed a premium subscription for Twitter, known as X now, to definitely go live on it. But with all the technical difficulties, just as like this past Thursday night when we was doing Beyond 11:30 and starting off the show. So hey, shit happens though. Definitely shit happens. Though, but once again, man, I appreciate everyone definitely tuning in to the 11:30 podcast show. If you're new to the show and you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Definitely hit that subscribe button down below. I'm getting it right now, man. That just literally threw a little things off. But yeah, man, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. Like it, leave a comment, and share it. Do all that great stuff. And don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. All right, man. Now that's out the way, all the hiccups is out the way. We're gonna get into the show. Now, like I was saying, tonight we got TNA Slammiversary, one of TNA's biggest events that's going down tonight. Definitely going to be giving my predictions and reviews on TNA Slammiversary, man. TNA has definitely been killing it over the last couple of weeks, man, for real, man. I think ever since they, did the whole rebranding thing and went back to TNA, and just a lot of upgrades they've been doing, man. Had my eye definitely on them, and had me talking about them more than AEW at times, though. But nonetheless, man, yo, we here with it, we live. Also, you guys, man, we're going to be talking about MJF, man, winning the international championship this past Wednesday on Dynamite, man. It was something else, man. A lot of people was calling it a classic match, man. I'm definitely going to be giving my reviews on that as well as much, much more. But you guys, man, we ain't gonna waste too much time here on this Saturday. I know everybody, is chilling, doing their thing, and getting ready, for the night, man. But like I said, going to be giving my predictions on TNA Slammiversary. It's supposed to be some really cool stuff that's going down tonight. Obviously, the big matchup that is a six man elimination match, or 6 man sort of like a fatal 4-way, but fatal 6-way. Yeah, 6-way matchup. We got Alexander, Josh Alexander Also, we got Kazarian Moose, he's the champion. Nick Minif, hope I'm saying his name right, aka Dolph Ziggler, Joe Hendry, and also McLean, man. Steve McLean is going to be in this matchup. It's going to be awesome. Now, over the last couple of weeks, we've been seeing TNA relationship more so, NXT and TNA, and we've been one who popped over on NXT as well as Kazarian. He was in the Battle Royal when they were when they was trying to crown a new number one contender for Trick Williams NXT Championship, and we know how that Battle Royal turned out. But however, though, with Joe Hendry, man, his roster page and the rumors is that WWE could possibly be purchasing TNA in the future, man. I mean, I said this, I believe last week's episode. This relationship reminds me of what happened in the late '90s, where between ECW and WWE. ECW, they didn't have a whole lot of money. They were trying to get on television and also fund their next pay per view, and they started a working relationship with ECW, man, and boom, they eventually bought out ECW, and the coming weeks, after that. But nonetheless, man, I'm liking this relationship between TNA and WWE. Yo, Beeline, man, what's going on, my guy Joe Hendry getting that belt? You think so, man? You think so? I mean, that'd be cool. Joe Hendry winning the TNA championship, sort of say. And, he mentioned on NXT this past week that he wasn't really going anywhere. He popped right back up. He was on commentary and did his thing. So, this could turn out a couple of ways. Like I said, it was rumors that WWE could potentially buy out TNA, but also if this working relationship sort of, I don't want to say go both ways because we are seeing some WWE NXT talent on Slammiversary tonight. We know definitely Wesley is going to team with the Rascals, so that's going to be cool. But maybe WWE is just going to be like, yo, man, Joe Hendry, he's over. We want him. Jordan Grace, oh yeah, I like her. We want her. You feel me? And then this relationship just ends. We don't want it sort of like that though. But we don't know. But my man Beeline said Joe Hendry is definitely taking that belt though. We're gonna see to take it on NXT. Hey, that'll be great. That'll definitely be great. NXT is definitely also moving to the CW, so I think that'll be more eyes on TNA and more eyes on NXT and everything like that. So, and even if this relationship definitely continues though onto into the new year, man, oh man, I mean it's a possibility of TNA getting exposure on Netflix as well though. But man, it's definitely going down. Brian, he said Joe Hendry is definitely taking the belt. I mean, let's see. Me personally, man. Oh, okay, all right. I think we're having some hiccups here. Okay, we good. I feel like who's gonna win this match? I mean, Joe Hendry is definitely the favorite. He's definitely the favorite. If Joe Hendry doesn't win, my prediction is that Moose retains. Moose retain, and somebody comes out after Moose, retains the title, and it's somebody from WWE, NXT or something like that. And I don't know, Joe Hendry, like I got this little. I ain't gonna use the word hate. I don't really like using the word hate, but I got this thing uh like and dislike relationship with Joe Hendry a little bit because Joe Hendry reminds me of and similar, not a whole lot, but he reminds me a little bit of Elias at one point. Elias was over as fuck with the crowd, man. He had a hot ass theme song, all that great stuff, man. And then things just wasn't, going up for Elias or whatever, And I don't want Joe Hendry to be sort of a one hit wonder, which he probably is. I don't know if he got more songs in the bag or not. I haven't checked out more of his music or if it's just that one. But putting belt on him, that I mean, yeah, it's TNA, and if you win the TNA championship, that's great for him, and if he's going off to move to NXT, he got the whole future ahead though. But I want to see him, climb up the ladder though, and which I think he is already. Everybody loves Joe Hendry a lot. Yes, yes, Elias. He did remind me of Elias. He came out with that song, and he just, I believe, and the whole Bo Leave thing reminded me of Bo Dallas when he was in NXT, asking people, Bo Leave, I knew you were going to say that. Yes, he definitely does, man. That Elias thing, he had a song and had people, walking with Elias, and Joe Hendry got everybody to believe in him, So it's a little. I like the dude, but it's like I don't know though. But he's over as fuck. I can't deny it, man. Joe Hendry is definitely could be, definitely not can be, probably is a top favorite in winning the TNA World Championship tonight. So hey man, that's definitely going to be dope, man, for real. Definitely gonna be dope. We got Josh Alexander, Kazarian, Steve Macklin, Joe Hendry, Nick Minoff, and the TNA World Champion and Moose. Man, I'm a big fan of Moose. I've been rocking with Moose since the Ring of Honor days, man, and him definitely coming in to his own, and always wondered, like, man, why this guy have not had the opportunity just yet to come over to WWE? And, of course, hear him in the recent interviews and talking about how, he just didn't want to come over to WWE and, and do it for the money. And, nine times out of 10, sort of, you come over and just do it for the money, they don't really got too much planned for you. You just get lost in the sauce. Another Nigerian guy, I guess, getting lost in the sauce over in WWE. But um, would love to see Moose, man. Definitely, he's been one guy who's really been vocal throughout this whole TNA WWE crossover, talking about how he want to work with my guy Uba Femi. Love Uba, man. He's definitely a star. Um, Drew McIntyre, just a bunch of people. So, Joe Hendry is definitely doing his thing right now and popping up both ways. On NXT, and obviously, being on TNA. I would like to see some other people. Moose is definitely a one. Definitely one though. Brian, man, you funny. You funny with it. All right, you guys, man. Another big matchup, man. I'm looking forward to. And this guy, man, ever since leaving WWE and joining TNA, he just took the gimmick that he was. Well, I ain't gonna say gimmick, but he just took the character that he was portraying in WWE that was sort of about to get off the feet, off the floor, and they just, cut him off at the knees, man. And my guy, Mustafa Ali, who is the X Division Championship, he got the whole what was the Secret Service with him and everything, and just everything about it, man. I like how I think it was this past week on Impact where he had the Secret Service. Who was it? Who was it? Mike. Yeah, it was Mike. Speedball Mike Bailey, he took on every member of his Secret Service. Like I'm like Secret Service, man. They ain't doing all that though. But it's just hilarious, man, and just very entertaining to see what Mustafa Ali. You could tell that he had a lot to bring in what WWE was sort of offering getting him, definitely putting him in with the 205 Live. And right after that, he was just, for a minute, he was sort of like a mystery person behind, something on SmackDown, but it just fell through the cracks, man. But him coming over to Impact, man, having these great stories and working these awesome matches. I'm here for it all. And Mustafa Ali is definitely another guy I would like to see in this, crossover with TNA and WWE. But Mike Bailey, he's awesome. He's great. He had a killer matchup with Will Osprey at Bound for Glory last year. And he won me over. Definitely won me over. Been winning me over. But I'm a fan of Mustafa Ali, and I like my guy, and I like what he's doing. I'm going with Mustafa Ali on this one, and he's going to retain the X Division championship, man, for real. Like he's retaining the X Division championship, and Maybe he can have a matchup with somebody, on TNA. I mean, NXT down the future. Damn, so many TNA, AEW, so many names. All right, Jordan Grace, man, definitely has been on fire. Obviously, she was at the Royal Rumble, competed in the Women's Royal Rumble, and then right after that, man, no one expected Jordan Grace to pop up on NXT. And yes, man, she did. She popped up on NXT, challenged Roxanne Perez for her NXT Women's Championship, and they had a great matchup at NXT Battleground. And even having Tatum Paxley or Izzy Dame come over to TNA and accept Jordan Grace's open challenges each and every week. So it definitely been great. I really see too many women or any woman to be at that. I don't see no one who can stop Jordan Grace in her movement and her dominance right now in TNA. I really don't. So I see her retaining, and this may be a little bit embarrassing though. But yo, it wasn't until they did the NXT at the UFC Apex, and someone showed up. Obviously, it was damn, I can't think. It was Tatum Paxley, I believe, right? Yeah, I think it was Tatum Paxley, and it was someone else though, and I didn't recognize who that was, but it wasn't until I got on social media and people start saying, "Yo, man, like that is Dana Brooke." So the whole time I've been checking out TNA and hearing this shorty Ash for Elegance, I'm like, yo, that's Dana Brooke, bro. She don't look the same did she did in WWE. She looked totally different, and this whole character that she's portraying in TNA, dog, I'm loving it, man. I'm definitely loving it. I don't think she's gonna win by beating Jordan Grace. She probably will be champion in the future, because Dana Brooke, man, who's been another one who was in WWE for a very, very long time. Even from NXT. I mean, it seemed like she just moved up so fast. I think it was because Vince McMahon, he was like, oh gosh, yeah, I like her. She was in that Arnold Schwarzenegger, tournament or whatever like that, and she made her debut, I believe, in Cleveland in NXT. And from there, it just seems though things didn't, go too well with Dana Brooke, man. So she's been coming up on the short side ever since. She just been sort of a talent that been there to just get everybody over. And when things were just like, okay, Triple H was taking over again, she went down to NXT. She went down to NXT. She was doing her thing, and then of course she got released. But she is in TNA right now and doing her thing. So I'm digging it, man. I'm definitely digging it, and I wish her nothing but the best, though. But yeah, Jordan Grace definitely got this one all the way. Definitely got this one all the way. All right. Our next matchup, man, we got AJ Francis. AJ Francis taking on PCO. Now, PCO, man, yo, whew, this dude right here, man, is something else, right? He's something else. But let's talk about AJ Francis, though. Might I add, though, they had a contract signing this past Thursday where all the guys from the World Championship match was out there. Besides Nick Minoff, he wasn't out there, and so AJ Francis sort of filled his seat, and he was going in. He was putting a promo, and I'm like, yo, my man Brian said this before. And vouched on AJ Francis how he's another guy among with Mustafa Ali, who left WWE and just boom, like different character. I love it. They call it First Class. He with his rich homie Swan. I'm digging everything, man. It just seemed like when he was in WWE as Top Dollar, I don't think he could get past the hit row situation because Swerve was sort of the guy. Swerve was the guy. Swerve was the guy of hit row. And then everyone else came, Shanti Adonis, B-Fab, Top Dollar, everybody was, that. And then when Swerve went on to AEW and then WWE decided, yo, we're gonna bring back Hit Row. It just Hit Row wasn't hitting no more. You feel me? It was not hitting. And then they had the famous moment with Top Dollar. I guess he thought he was on 205 Live, tried to go over the top rope and do something he had no business doing. I know it looked easy. This shit ain't easy though, for real. That ain't easy at all, though. But yeah, man, he's doing wonderful. In I'm loving it. Definitely, loving it right now. All right. I think we was having some technical difficulties. All right, my bad, you guys, man. We're getting a little frozen here, but all right, we put you guys, and yeah, like I said, AJ Francis is definitely one guy that I can see going all the way with it. Definitely going all the way with it. All right, next matchup, man. We got Mike Santana taking on Jake something. I'm a big fan of Jake something. I like him though. I think it's the name. Jake something like you gonna come up with no other cool ass last name is something, just something. It's kind of like in a way where the ring announcer introduced Justin Roberts do Orange Cassidy entrance. He said making his way to the ring wearing what. That's where we at now. Okay, yo man, Jake something, big opponent in this matchup, taking on a Mike Santana. Mike Santana, man, was a guy, especially when he was in T AW with Ortiz, and I was just like, yo, why these guys did not win the AEW Tag Team Championship? Like, what the hell was that about? But they did not win for some reason, and they split. I don't really know. Not, I'm gonna say I don't really care, but not really though. But Mike Santana taking on Jake something. I'm going with Jake something in this matchup here tonight at Slammiversary. Also, Matt Hardy, man, is doing this thing. Yo, the Hardy Boys got their ass whipped this past Thursday on Impact, man. So I don't even know if Matt Hardy will be able to make it to the ring to take on, what was JDC. I'm calling my guy Fandango. That is Fandango right there. That is Fandango, man. You're not gonna fool me on that one, dog. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Fandango, because they just real life destroyed both of the Hardy Boys. The whole system destroyed the Hardy Boys on Impact this week. So hey, we'll see where that one goes though. All right, next matchup, TNA Knockout World Tag Team Championships. We got Masha. Masha and Alicia Edwards taking on Spitfire. I'm still learning some of the tag teams, and especially the women tag teams. And which come. So I'm gonna go with Spitfire. I'm gonna say Spitfire. Who's gonna win that one? Another matchup we got. Speaking of tag teams, we got the TNA World Tag Team Championships on the line. ABC taking on the system. As I mentioned, they took out the Hardy Boys this past Thursday. ABC, man, is definitely really a favorite, with the whole Bullet Club and everything like that. Um, yo, I cannot think of his name. He go by Chris Myers right now, I believe, right? Brian Myers. Yo, it's something about him. I don't know if I can take him too serious just yet because he was Kurt Hawkins in WWE, and then he just came out there and lost and lost and lost and lost. And maybe I ain't been watching TNA for that amount of time, since I've been back watching it. But he got to win me over though. But I'm gonna go with ABC all the way on this one though, all the way. All right, you guys, another big matchup. I'm looking forward to, man. It's NXT versus TNA. Sort of, kind of. We got the Rascals teaming up with Wesley, NXT's Wesley, to take on no quarter catch crew. And man, oh man, we seen no quarter catch crew and Dempsey arriving on TNA and beating up everybody. And then he had the matchup with Wentz and beat the crap out of him, put him in every fucking submission hold that you can think of. And the guys just came out there and started beating up everybody else though. But yo man, I'm looking forward to this matchup right here. I know this one is going to be the high flyers versus the grapplers slash submission guys. So yo man, this pay-per-view card is looking really really decent, man. Them really the big matches that are going down tonight at Slammiversary. I'm really excited for the show and see whatever what else may transpire. Man, is rumors that could AJ Styles could he accept Dolph Ziggler? They announced that Dolph Ziggler he was going to be cleared for the matchup this coming week, but what if he don't and someone else takes his spot? I'm thinking AJ Styles could be somebody else though, but yo, man, TNA Slammiversary is definitely going down tonight. It's going to be epic, man. Definitely going to be epic. All right, you guys, man. We going to move along here on Talk Pro Wrestling. Now, we're going to go back a little bit. This past Monday night on Raw, man, another good episode of Monday Night Raw, and one thing in particular that was very interesting was seeing my guy Bo Dallas. Seeing Bo Dallas out there because last week prior to last week we seen him in the office. He was sitting in Adam Pearce's office. And then this past week on Raw, Chad Gable was like, "Yo, man, he was in your office. I want to know what he was talking about, man. I'm going to find him." Then he had the nerve to say, "Yo, I cracked the case. Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy." Like, bro, we been knew that. Like, we been knew that one, man. But seeing Bo Dallas out there, man, and just even the videos that the VHS tapes that they were showing over the past couple of weeks, man, were just phenomenal, man. And the throwback to Brody Lee, that laugh that he did in the ring where Chad Gable was just beating up. Chad Gable was, they I can't find a word, but they tricked Bo Dallas. They thought they did though, but we also seen with Chad Gable was good gracious, I can't even think of their name right now. Diamond Mine, yeah, Diamond Mine, the tag team. I cannot think of their name at the moment though, but the brothers. The Creed brothers. There we go. God gracious. Oh man, that was gonna eat me alive for a moment. Yeah, but we seen the Creed brothers align themselves with Chad Gable. We've been seeing over the last couple of weeks in backstage segments where it was like the woman was talking, but you could see Chad Gable talking to the Creed brothers. And over the last couple of weeks, that been building and he brought them out thinking that Chad Gable brought the Creed brothers out with them thinking that they won something or they won over on the fans that yo man we cracked the case that Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy, and not only that, we seen the rest of the Wyatt Six come out, but prior to that, you guys, man, earlier in the night, and they did this kind of interesting. They had the box situation on the Pat McAfee show. I don't know. Pat McAfee think he got something going on with the Wyatt Six too as well. But I digress though. The tape, they had the tape, the VHS tape, and this past week it was Eric Rowan, man. And I think it was phenomenal how they put him, together. We seen Bo Dallas and him talking about his brother and Uncle Howdy mentioning that, how do you feel, when your brother died and man, just coming off like just on sight, dog. Like damn. And those played out for a couple of weeks and only then you get Eric Rowan, man, and the raw emotion that we saw in that promo video package with Eric Rowan, talking about how he lost, man, both of his men. He lost Brody Lee. Brody Lee was in AEW and trying to get over that and trying to bounce back. At the same time, I think Eric Rowan wasn't doing that much in WWE. I think he had that little gimmick where he was carrying a cage, and people, motherfuckers was like, "What's in the cage?" or whatever. And unexpectedly, Bray Wyatt, man, like man, oh man. So it not only did it hit multiple people hard, man, and not only did it hit Bray Wyatt, I mean, excuse me, Bo Dallas hard, it hit Eric Rowan hard because he talked about it how he once had a family. Eric Rowan was in the original Wyatt family. It was Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, and Bray Wyatt. And then they said, "Yo, let's split them up, let's bring them up," but Eric Rowan and Luke Harper sort of stayed together for a little while. They was the Bludgeon Brothers. They won tag team gold, so they was good as a tag team. But they wanted to see them do in the singles thing. And of course, Luke Harper won the Intercontinental Championship and did his own thing. But man, after that, it's just like man, they just did their own thing. Luke Harper, of course, like I said, went over to AEW and them being the original Wyatt family, and when all of that happened, man, it just you felt Eric Rowan and his emotions and everything that he was talking about on Monday Night Raw in that video, man. And obviously Bray Wyatt too, and how he talked about he got a new family now with the Wyatt Six. Now, I think it was important to get Bo Dallas, and it was important to get Eric Rowan video out there, them two first, because I think it's very more interesting to see how they got Nikki Cross and how they got Joe Gacy and also how they got Dexter Loomis, though. I mentioned in a TikTok video how I think this, how they got all these guys. I mean, Eric Rowan was one of the original members of the Wyatt family. You got Nikki Cross, you got Dexter Loomis, and you got Joe Gacy. These guys, I mean, did they have anything in common? I don't know. But I mean, these guys were lost in the sauce. I mean, from what they were doing to, yeah. So I think it's awesome, man, from what's going on with the whole Wyatt Six, man. So loving it. Loving it. I know Jay Uso don't want nothing to do with it too. He like Usos deuces. Speaking of Jay Uso, man, main event Jay Uso, yo, I when you coming back to the bloodline, man? Like bloodline, man. We having a little bit technical difficulties. My bad, my bad. Yeah, Jay Uso, man. When are you coming back to the bloodline, man? We need you back in the bloodline or somebody, especially this past week. I was like, yo, Jimmy. But like before I get there, like I said, speaking of Jay Uso, man, and what was like, yo, man, what Jay Uso's gonna do, man? Like they ain't gave the guy a championship. They ain't giving the guy, too much besides a cool ass entrance, and the fans going crazy every time it's entrance though. But I feel like even a lot of that WrestleMania, with The Rock and Cody Rhodes, Roman, and everything like that, and Seth Rollins, that was a awesome pivot. And I think when Rhea Ripley, before she got hurt, I think this was the plan to go towards the whole Liv Morgan thing and Rhea Ripley, but also add Jay Uso into it because prior to Rhea Ripley getting injured, Jay Uso was coming out there like, yeah, where mommy at? Tell mommy I was like, yeah, I want to holler at her. But I mean, Dominic Mysterio, I mean, he stuck his foot in his mouth. I don't know if he can get it out, but it seems though every single time that Rhea Ripley sort of catches Dominic, he's always on at the bottom, but Liv Morgan is on top of him. Just like this past week on Monday Night Raw, and she scrummed them off, and Jay Uso like, yo, man, call me, give me your number, man. So that story is real interesting too, but I want to see a little bit more from Jay Uso, man, for real. A little bit more from Jay Uso instead of just getting mommy number though. But man, the whole drama situation they got right now going on Monday Night Raw, it is definitely spicy, man, for real. Spicy with two piece and a biscuit, man. It's for real. It's real spicy. All right. Yeah, guys, man. We're gonna keep the show rolling on because Monday Night Raw is definitely hitting, man. It's definitely off the chain this coming Monday night on Raw. CM Punk is gonna be there. Drew McIntyre is still suspended because he didn't want to apologize to the referee. I don't blame him. You motherfucker guys was another reason why y'all costing me my championship. Somebody get knocked down, the ref get knocked down, this one come out, he get knocked down, then CM Punk will come out there and the referee, he ain't even a ref, so I love the way they building it up. I'm excited for it. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam is going to be awesome. Really, really going to be awesome. But Drew McIntyre, I'm pretty sure he's going to show up on Monday Night Raw, whether he did or did not want to apologize to the referees. And then you got Punk there, and then Seth Rollins in the mix. So where does all leave Seth Rollins? Rumors he may be the special guest referee. Special guest referee. I don't think Seth Rollins, let Seth Rollins and CM Punk's story be separate from the Drew McIntyre story. But we all gotta. I mean, we can't admit they admitted it on the damn documentary that uh CM Punk was supposed to take on Seth Rollins, but that matchup got, had to pivot from that match because CM Punk got injured. So I mean, we all knew that CM Punk and Seth Rollins was going to have this big matchup, just didn't know how. But then Drew McIntyre came into the mix, and Drew McIntyre taking on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, beat Seth Rollins, and then Damian Priest cashes in. So it's kind of like all intertwined in a way, but yo, I'm loving it, man. I'm definitely loving it. And Seth Rollins, man, said I'm not gonna let you win. I'm gonna get my hands on CM Punk first. So, yo, the way this is going and the way this is brewing, man. Yikes, man. I told you, man. It's spicy, 2 piece and a biscuit, man. For real. For real, man. Yo. All right, you guys, man. We're gonna move on here on the show, you guys. This coming Wednesday, on AEW Dynamite, we got Blood and Guts, man. Yes, AEW Blood and Guts. Now, to be honest with you, man, you got Team AEW and Team Elite. I mean, I'm looking at Team AEW. I mean, I don't think, to be honest with you, Swerve should have been in it, but I think it's cool that he's in it. Especially if you're gonna have Team AEW, you gotta have the world champion on it, right? Definitely gotta have Darby Allin in it. He's definitely going off top of the cages, and you got the insane Briscoe. So yeah, Team Elite versus Team AEW. I'm not too fond about it though, because this latest build up they've been having it's not been that great though. Not been that great. I'm more interested to seeing Swerve Strickland do his thing as a single world champion superstar, man. And that's about it, man. I don't think too many matches has been announced for Blood and Guts. If they have, I gotta go back and definitely check it out though. But you guys, man, speaking of AEW Dynamite, man, let's dial it back. Last week on AEW Dynamite, man, we seen one of the most insane, craziest matches on Dynamite that we ever seen. Yo, like that we ever seen. People out here calling it an instant classic. We gonna give it 5 stars, man. All of this great stuff, yo, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When the match, when I, the first 25 minutes, I'm like, okay, man, this is great. I like it. I like the back and forth. I like MJF playing the heel, and talking about all the ref report my hair, all that great stuff. MJF cheap heat, cheap heat with the fans, going out with the fans, throwing stuff at them, turning up their signs, all that great stuff. The first 25 minutes of the match, I said, "Yo, man, this is real cool." Why they had to start out the show with this one though? But okay, I think AEW famous for that. They famous for starting out the show with a really huge matchup, and they also famous for these 1 hour draws. Now, which I thought this match was going to go a 1 hour draw. You had MJF taking on Will Osprey. MJF is back as a big time heel, and you got Will Osprey as a big time babyface. I didn't think they were going to let Osprey take that pin. But hey, they did though. But like I said, after the first 25 minutes, then it was just like, okay, it's just then another thing was it'd have been cool if they had announced the match like maybe maybe that's what made the match cooler, that the referee said, you know what, fuck it, like let these guys do whatever. Like they were in the stands, they were backstage, they were all over the place. Like the referee he said, fuck it, I'm not doing no ring count, I'm not counting the 10 or 20 or whatever it was or supposed to be in AEW though. Nobody got disqualified, but it was awesome. It really was awesome, but it just felt like a spot. That's more no. It was just too many near falls for me. Not more so a spot fest, because some of the spots in reversals, they were nice though. But I think it was the near fall after near fall after near fall after near fall after near fall, and I'm like, yo, is this about to go a whole hour? And it went 45 minutes. And then it was like, okay, what the hell are they doing? Near fall after near fall after near fall. And I was like, okay. And then it came down to the last maybe 50 minutes. I mean, the last 10 minutes in this whole wow, 58-minute match. And that's where it picked back up for me. A little bit in between, I was like, okay, what the hell is going on here? But then again, at the end, it was definitely cool, especially how it ended. MJF defeating Will Osprey and what some people will call a classic, one of the best matches that AEW put on. And I'm not going to disagree, man. It is one of the best, but I can't necessarily say it's one of the best. No, it probably is, but I don't know if it is because we've seen a lot of great matches like this in AEW where it's 1 hour matches, where it's Hangman or Brian Danielson and uh, 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 Kenny Omega. It's just like they famous for the 1 hour, Iron Man matches, sort of say, with no pinfall, sort of a draw. The one with MJF and the one with Adam Cole, and so it was like it's hard to say. It was like, yo, that was a classic, but it was definitely a great match. Definitely a great match, man. I can't even really shit on it though, for real. If I even wanted to, man, even if I even wanted to. For real. All right, you guys, man, we're going to move along here on the show real fast, though. Before we wrap it up and get on out of here, SmackDown last week, man. I mean, SmackDown last night. We seen Tiffany Stratton Money in the Bank briefcase get destroyed. Now, it was also rumors that, she was going to have her own briefcase. So more than likely she's gonna get a briefcase. It was funny that they said the contract is still intact. Man, wasn't shit in the damn briefcase. Wasn't nothing in the briefcase at all. But however, she will get a new briefcase, and that I will, you know, I do see Nia Jax, coming along and working with Tiffany Stratton is real cool. But Nia Jax is taking the W at SummerSlam. I know that's not a favorite and some people are gonna disagree with me on it. But yo, Bailey, man, has not been entertaining, not been that great as a champion, man. I'm sorry. Some of her best work is where she was sort of the heel Bailey, the babyface Bailey. It was cool. She had the huggers, and she had the Bailey buddies and stuff like that, and that was all great, man. And I think there was time for her to grow up. I don't think she could have done that gimmick forever, But I mean, hell, look at John Cena. He did that shit for 20 years. But I mean, like, Bailey, man, I don't know. I'm not buying the whole, I don't know, the BBL Bailey. I mean, I'm okay with the BBL, but I don't know the Bailey though. Her as women's champion right now. I don't know if I'm buying it. I definitely am a fan of Nia Jax. She's the queen of the ring, and also Gunther being the king of the ring. I see both of them winning their respective championships. Gunther winning the World Heavyweight Championship and Nia Jax winning the women's championship on Friday Night SmackDown. Man, I think it tells a lot of a great story. Bailey could either choose to climb up back up that ladder or take a different route. And then you got Tiffany Stratton also who got the Money in the Bank briefcase too. That's sort of like Nia Jax's best friend. So that is going to be interesting. That also was interesting that Andrade, man, got a big win that he much needed instead of winning on WWE Speed, which is, hey, it's fun for everyone who's watching it. But really awesome that he won the matchup, picking it up over Carmelo Hayes, man. I don't know. For some reason, I want to say Carmelo Anthony. I'm literally watching the basketball jump on Fox, the USA Showcase. I don't know why I want to say Carmelo Anthony though, but basketball is literally on right now. But yeah, man, that is awesome. Another thing that was awesome, LA Knight and Logan Paul finally getting the matchup at SummerSlam. LA Knight, man, you definitely got to take it home. You definitely got to take it home. Logan Paul is not going to be easy on you, but you got to take it home. We were supposed to get this matchup, or it was rumored that we may get this matchup at WrestleMania before then, or whatever. But hey, LA Knight come on, come on. Let's get with it. Let's get with it. Yeah. All right. And yo, Cody Rhodes. Ah, Cody Rhodes, man. Cody. Okay, Cody Rhodes, man, teamed with Kevin Owens. I mean, who didn't think it was gonna be Kevin Owens? Me personally, I was like, yo, this gotta be Jimmy, right? this got to be Jimmy Uso to come out here and to confront. Um, it got to be Jimmy to come out here and be like, "Yo, I'm teaming with you," and then that's where they're gonna build up. But it was like Kevin Owens, and so Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, they won the matchup, beating the former tag team champions, and then out come the new bloodline, and they destroyed everybody once again, beat up Kevin Owens, so his ass won't come out there and try to interfere in this situation or team up with Cody Rhodes again, and then you know, they beat up Cody Rhodes though, left him land. So I was like, okay, so we did this 2 weeks in a row, so 3 weeks. So what we going now? I mean, Roman, I think he coming back at SummerSlam, but at the same token, Roman can't be coming alone because I mean he gonna get his ass whooped. I mean, a little was it like 4-on-1? So I mean, hey, we'll see, man. We'll definitely see, man. But Monday Night Raw was definitely awesome, man. Definitely awesome this past week, as well as NXT and everything else. But you guys, man, before I hit on out of here and roll on out, man, yo, everyone's talking about, well, was talking about this guy for a moment. Over the last couple of days, though. I think it went down Thursday night at the Republican speech or whatever. I'm not a big politician guy. I don't know. I don't know. And it was like Friday afternoon. I heard about this because I actually did Beyond 11:30 Thursday night at 9 p.m. So I wasn't aware of what was going on politician wise, far as what was going on by the speech. I heard about it, but I didn't know Hulk Hogan would show up. But apparently nobody did. But hey, he did. He did rip the shirt off, man. And of course, he is a Trump supporter, man. And like I said, I'm politics or whatever. Man, of course, Hulk Hogan done some real foul stuff in the past, especially towards the black community, saying what he said and like, nah, you can't say that, Hulk Hogan. You feel me? And I mean, dog, we are in a world right now where we are so divided more than ever right now, more than ever. And of course, with Hulk Hogan coming out there and Donald Trump, like WWE don't want to mention it, and a lot of people don't. Donald Trump is a WWE Hall of Famer. You feel me? From one Hall of Famer to the next Hall of Famer. You feel me? Like, and then you all had Kane. Kane as well, I believe, was there taking pictures with Linda McMahon. So, like, hey, look at I said this about something. I can't remember. Actually, I think it was CM Punk. When the whole CM Punk backstage news that what he did in AEW and the whole scuffle with Jack Perry, and everybody had an opinion on CM Punk. Everybody was like, "Yo, fuck CM Punk. Yo, he a dick. He a ah." And I'm like, "Look here, I don't know Phil Brooks. I really just know CM Punk from watching him on my television screen. I met him one time. He gave him an autograph. Walked up to me when I met him in Richmond, Virginia. Walked up to me and gave me an autograph. This when he had long hair before he was even the best in the world, CM Punk. But I don't know this guy personally, but I like this dude. So I'm not gonna say Hulk Hogan's a bad guy. Now, do I fuck with him? No, I don't fuck with him. Now, I don't fuck with him. Probably like I fuck with him when he was sort of taking on the Rock, even though I ain't fuck with him like that because he was going against my man though. But like these guys' personal life, man. Look at it. That's your personal life. You indulge in what you do. All kudos to you though. Just as long as you don't come over here interrupting or saying some shit. Yeah, yeah, we get it. So Hulk Hogan, man, if he out there supporting Trump, hey, kudos to him. Kudos to Hulk Hogan. But yeah, man, different day we live in, man. Different day and age we live in, though. All right, you guys, man. Yo, I started late for real, for real. I started 30 minutes late because my son, man, I'm telling you, take your eye off him for 1 second, just 1 second. All right, we have a little bit difficulties. Okay, yeah, we take an eye off him for 1 second, man. He's gonna go in there and he wastes the pot of oil. It was a pot of oil that was sitting on the counter. Luckily, man, just was praying like it wasn't hot. It wasn't hot. It was some oil from like a couple of days ago. that we were going to use for actually tonight, and he got it on his more so on his shirt and pants than anywhere else. But it was on the floor. Got it up and everything. Had to mop the floor, clean up, give him a shower, give him a bath, and all that. So I was like, yo, this little boy, man, he got energy. I'm pretty sure it's Nana here right now, so I'm pretty sure he running this Nana rapid right now, man. So that's a little bit of reason why I started behind today. But I was excited to get on here, you guys, man. Whether it's by myself, whether I got my guy Brian with me. Shout out to my guy Slim. Shout out to my guy Mark. Everyone, man, who come through here on Talk Pro Wrestling. Even my guy Edgar from the Snook Wrestling Podcast is always good chopping it up, man. Wrestling, man. For real, I can talk wrestling all day long, man. All day long. All right, you guys, man. This has definitely been a wonderful show. I'm gonna go ahead and get something to eat, get prepared, get ready for tonight's show. TNA Slammiversary is definitely going down. I haven't really checked out Slammiversary in a minute. I don't even know when the last one I saw. I don't. I don't. I mean, I know I didn't see last year's though, but yeah, so this is gonna be a first. So hey yo, and then obviously AEW Collision is live tonight as well. Man, yo, enjoy wrestling, man. For real, enjoy wrestling. Don't matter what it is. To TNA, AEW, WWE, MLW. They just had a cool event a couple of weeks ago. Definitely want to chat about that more on another episode. Definitely gonna be back here next Saturday chatting more wrestling, man. For real. More wrestling, giving my opinions on what went down in the world of pro wrestling. Before I do go, you guys, man, I mentioned Beyond 1130. Beyond 1130 is back, you guys. So definitely tune in each and every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central. Tune in. I got my girl Harley, Chanel, and my guy Brian B, man. And we chopping it up, man, on everything current events, life, relationships, parenting. Check out the latest episode of Beyond 1130, man. It was awesome, man. For real. We barely talked about the Project 25, but we got there though. But yo, it was just we came back from break and was just like, yo, just talk about life, man. So, man, definitely check that out, man. You guys, everyone who's tuning in here, definitely like the 1130 podcast on Facebook. If you're tuning in there, definitely follow me on X as well as Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, you guys, man, definitely do me a huge favor. Like the video, leave a comment, and man, subscribe, man. Definitely hit the notification bell if you like the wrestling content. More wrestling content each and every week. Also, like I said, the Beyond 1130 show on Thursdays, man. And the podcast show will return this fall, man. So, yo, I'm out of here on out of here, you guys, man. And until next time, until next week. Yeah, my son is, yeah, he rambling on the door now. He like, Daddy, come on now. Come on. Like, you've been in there a little bit too long now. yo, yo, man, it's been awesome as every time, man. Yo, until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it? Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. I'm out, you guys, man. Peace. Enjoy.